Okay, welcome again to our teaching for today. And we are going on with a series of teachings so that you can be inspired and you get to learn and get information about some of the questions you're asking me. Today we are going to look at the word spell. What is a spell? And how is a spell coordinated? How is a spell able to affect your life and how is it done? What is a spell? A spell is a curse sent from a source of an enemy to a victim. When you experience a spell or when somebody has thrown a spell upon your life, it takes the act of evil to execute that spell. This is using spiritual energy but in a negative form. Witchcraft use spells to attack their enemies or their prey, and this is a subject that when I have time I want to go a little bit deeper, because a curse is something that happens when a spell has been thrown on somebody or on a subject. And if we can understand how spells work, variety of spells, and how they're thrown and cast upon our lives, we are able to understand how a curse then becomes dominant or dominance in our lives. And so today I just want to talk about a spell and how it affects our lives and how it is managed. Like I said before, the source of a spell comes from a person or an individual who practice magic or witchcraft. A person can decide to cast a spell upon your life using a negative energy. With a very powerful intent, a person can throw a curse upon your life and be able to control your natural personality. Remember, like I said every time, we are created in 3 dimensions: body, soul, and spirit. And therefore, in a place where somebody is casting a spell, somebody is trying to target your spiritual and your soul in order to be able to manage you and to control you by the powers of witchcraft. How do I know that a spell has been thrown upon me? How do I know that my enemy has locked me with a spirit of witchcraft and a spell is upon my life? The obvious symptoms of a person that has been affected with a spell is lack of self-control. There are a lot of things that happens in your life that goes beyond your control. It may be in the form of habit. It may be in the form of a situation that you cannot control your life. It may be in the areas of trying to achieve certain patterns of things in your life, and these things are unachievable. You realize that you're struggling, and a feeling of stagnation. Nothing works in your life. Nothing whatsoever operates well in your life. You are in a constant struggle every single day of your life. This is a clear indication that someone has thrown a spell upon your life and it's affecting your life negatively. You may also have nightmares, dreams, sleepless nights, constant headaches, and these are some of the symptoms of a person that has been cursed with a spell. How do we reverse a spell? How do we take complete control of a circumstance and a situation that has been locked upon our lives, or we've been locked into without our awareness? And this is the main reason why you need always to contact people who are spiritual. You need a prophet in your life. You need a person who has a higher calling, a higher revelation to understand exactly what is happening in your life and be able to help you, be able to make you succumb and to overcome every circumstances that is unknown that is happening upon your life. A spiritual person, the Bible says, understandeth all things, but a carnal man understandeth him not. When you are in touch with a spirit person, they're able to go deeper into your life and see things you're not able to see naturally. Not all of us are gifted. You may be, yes, a Christian, born again, a prayerful person, but the gift of discernment may not be upon your life. So you may lose or you may miss to understand what exactly is happening in your life, or misjudge what is happening upon your life. So to understand that you have been cursed and a spell has been thrown upon you, this is a dimension that needs a higher level of discernment and a deeper revelation to a person who is more connected to the spirit world. And this is what I tell people. If you walk in the spirit, you are able to see spiritual things. If you walk with a carnal mind, it is impossible to understand spiritual things. You'll be assuming issues. And that's why many Christians struggle in their lives, because they don't know precisely what is happening upon their life. They adopt information given to them, maybe by television preachers or their personal ministers, and they make mistakes. You need to identify the root cause of your problem, and it needs revelation to really understand the root cause of your problem. And that's the reason why I say all the time, you need a prophet upon your life. You need a person who's able to discern your life deeper than how you discern yourself. You need someone who goes beyond your understanding of religion, your understanding of religious activities, prayer and fasting. And when you get such a person, he may be able to reveal to you the problem and be able to locate the problem and also tell you and advise you the best way to overcome the problem. Because, for example, you may have a situation in your life and you decide to fast and pray. You said, well, I want to fast for 21 days. This just came from your mind. It was not revealed to you by the Spirit. Remember, the criteria of fasting must be guided by the Spirit. The Bible says in the book of Matthew chapter number 4, and the Spirit of God led Jesus to fast for 40 days and 40 nights. Spirit-guided life, Spirit-guided actions results to Spirit victory. If you have a person that is guided by the Spirit, you're led by the Spirit, you automatically activate spiritual victories upon your life. Therefore, as I summarize this topic about a spell, it is something that has been thrown upon you by the power of magic or witchcraft, and it seeks to control you, to dominate you, and to cause destruction upon everything that you do. When a person has been bewitched, a spell has been put upon their life. Witchcraft in its original meaning means to control, manipulate, dominate, and intimidate. And those are some of the powers that actually witchcraft instigate upon our lives. If you think you have been bewitched and you feel that your life is in constant distraction or stagnation or confusion, please contact me. Get into our social network, our Facebook profile, John Benton Ministries, and I'll be able to pray for you and to exercise the necessary deliverance out of the spiritual revelation that God gives to me, so that you may be free from any spell and from the source of a curse. God bless you. You've heard many people talk about aliens. What are aliens? Who are aliens? This is a wide topic. All over YouTube and all over internet, people talk about aliens. What aliens means strange or extra celestial beings. Do they exist? We may be talking about the same thing but with a different language. People may see angels and believe or think or perceive that those are aliens. Certain things may happen so strange, or we may meet strange beings which are not of this world, or probably has never been discovered, and we probably may believe that these are aliens. Angelic visitation, angelic manifestation, demonic visitation, demonic manifestation is all around us. But if you look deeper into conspiracy theory, people talk about visitors that come from out of space, dropping down in some places in the United States or whichever places. People believe they've seen strange lights, strange objects flying in the sky. And having no idea what these strange objects are, people try to believe these are unknown flying objects, what we call UFOs and etc. But aliens can also be angels. People who are not accustomed to these strange beings may end up not being able to discern them properly. Angelic appearance happens in our daily lives. You may see a creature appearing before your eye physically and all of a sudden disappears. You probably may think with your own understanding, probably this is a ghost, or this probably is an animal, or whatsoever. But aliens are a reality, and we perceive these things according to the little or more knowledge we have about whatsoever. And it will all goes to specifically what you saw with your naked eyes or saw with your vision and what you actually experienced. And so if you tell me what you experienced, I'm able to discern whether what you saw was extra celestial being or whether you saw an angel. I'm able to discern whether an angel appeared to you or a demon appeared to you. God has trained me, God has equipped me, God has taught me how to understand what doesn't come from this world and how they appear, and it will take like a spiritual course to understand a spiritual element. Angels appear in physical body. They may be physically walking amongst us. Same with demons. They take human forms and they appear before us. They come in different forms. Angels can appear in the form of animals. They can appear in the form of anything, any object. They can transform into any object. Remember, these are miraculous beings. These are spiritual beings. Spirit do not actually does not have a problem to adopt or to manifest itself with any object that we see or is revealed to us as human beings. So in that manner, on that context, it is important that whatsoever you discern and you do not believe in, please always ask for advice for those who are a little bit advanced into the spiritual dimensions, so they may be able to let you know, so you do not find yourself entangled with conspiracy theories, of which is too much and plenty of it out there. And people talk about some UFOs or some objects falling in the United States back in the 50s, back in the 60s. People talk about areas in America called Area 51. People believe that aliens that are trying to advance humanity into the civilization we have today. People believe the approach that the NASA is having of going to the space is all based into the advices given to them by the aliens. Whatsoever conspiracy theory, my friend, you do not need to be afraid. We have a spiritual world, we have a spiritual life, and God is a spirit, and God is amongst us. And with the wisdom that God gives to us, we are able to categorize what is real, what is genuine, what is out of the space. All you need is to contact the right people who have prophetical or spiritual revelations, to discern these things so that you may understand what you're dealing with and what exactly you are facing. God bless you. Amen.